The one question that I get most is, why do I review such obscure Wii titles most of the time? And the answer to that question is that I believe that there are titles out there that are overlooked just because they weren't made by Nintendo, or people just assume they're bad. This is an example of a game I didn't expect much from. It looked like a cash-in from the Wii Fit craze. Imagine my surprise when I found a very compelling, well-controlled, and balanced exercise program. And it's going to end up being a real contender for my top 10 this year. Now, when you first start up the game, you have to make your character. It's a simple fake Mii maker, but it did the trick. And there were enough facial variations to make it kind of look like you. After that, you had to input your age, height, and weight. It was a bit amusing that when you turned up the number on the weight, you would start to see the character fill out. Look at those man breasts, or as I call them, moobies. This game is a boxing exercise game. You punch towards the screen with jabs, hooks, and uppercuts to the directions of the on-screen indicators. This game can be played with one Wiimote and a nunchuck, but I wouldn't suggest it. The cord for the nunchuck just isn't long enough. But there is also an option to use two Wiimotes without the nunchucks, and that way works almost perfectly. The only problem I had with it was to quit an exercise early, you have to hold down the 1 and 2 buttons. And depending on how you hold your Wiimote, you might accidentally hit it and quit the exercise. So you'll need to hold them in a position where you don't need to worry about that. The game read my punches perfectly, so you don't need to worry about not getting a good score in combos because the controls are broken. You need to thrust your Wiimote in the direction of the picture on the screen. It was simple, yet very tiring. At the end of the first day, my arms were killing me. But I could feel the exercises working in my arms as they felt tighter. The game isn't all about punching though. You can also duck, weave, and block like you were dodging punches. This is the only part where I don't think the controls worked as well as I hoped they would. When you had to duck and dodge, you had to put the Wiimotes in front of you like you're trying to block a punch. And the game reads where you are from that location, and moves your character accordingly. It would read the right and left dodges okay, but when it came to uppercut dodges, it just wasn't as reliable. They had multiple difficulty levels, and the more difficult you get, the prompted punches would get faster and more complex. They also did something that I wish Wii Fit had thought of. They had an exercise program in the game. Each day they would give you a program to do, and you could choose from a light or heavy workout. Each of the parts could take anywhere from 3 minutes to 14 minutes, depending on which part you were on. As you complete the exercises, you'll be given gold to spend in conjunction on how well you did in keeping a good score in the game. The gold can be spent on getting new shirts, pants, shoes, and other things. In addition to the normal exercises, you could also take an examination to see how well you can keep up with the punch indicators. It would give you a set score that you had to beat, and depending on how well you punched at the right time, it would give you a certain point score. It would average out the 4 scores, and at the end of the 7 rounds, if your score didn't fall below the acceptable range, you would pass the examination, and you would unlock the next rank. The game also has a bunch of songs you can listen to while working out. They aren't the real songs, but MIDI versions of popular songs, and they were pretty good. I tended to keep it on Eye of the Tiger most of the time, though.
1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2.
The only negative that I have about the music is that I wish you could switch tracks in the middle of working out. But they do give you the option to turn off the music if the same song playing over and over again starts to annoy you. This game also supports the Wii Balance Board. They have their own exercises though, and they were more like Wii Fit's leg exercises. There was really nothing new in these exercises, as you'll see the same stuff in the Wii Fit game. I was very surprised by this game. I wasn't expecting such a fulfilling exercise program. I would say I had more fun playing this game than Wii Fit. Maybe it has something to do with the fast pace of the game, since most of Wii Fit's exercises were about holding positions and doing everything slowly. And it got boring after a while, especially with its hands-off approach to your choices in the exercise routines. This game is currently $30, and I think that's a bargain. If you're looking for a great boxing exercise program to work out with, you won't do any better than this game, and you should absolutely buy it now.